Who's this? Pulling in, number 10, Tony Baker and Mark Hegerty. Looks like their race is run, and this is do-it-yourself repairs. They're not giving up. That's sidecar racing for you. We'll sort that out ourselves, don't you worry. We don't need a tow truck or a lift. And look at this, number 9 and number 10 close together. Mick Harvey and Fiona Baker-Milligan with Tony Baker right on their tail. Really has closed the gap. On board with Tony Baker and Mark Hegerty coming up towards Ballacrane. 4th quickest in practice. So again, number 12, expect to see him coming through the traffic in these 3 laps. He recorded 21 minutes and 2 seconds, his best time during the somewhat shortened week of practice here on the island. On board with Tony Baker, number 12, that's Klaus Klaffenbach, the multiple world champion. That's Bluff Bridge in front, that's a very tiny gap. And they do touch. He's announced his presence to Klaffenbach and very rudely shoved the world champion to one side. Sidecar racing, in theory, it's not possible, but at speed it works. Certainly quick enough to win this race. 14, 9 and 12. Greg Lambert is slipping back. He's in the middle of that little sandwich. John Holden leads. Greg Lambert in the middle and Tony Baker bringing up the rear, definitely in command of this race, and we may see a lap record in lap 2. Baker going past Lambert coming out of Ramsey hairpin. Nicky Crowe is behind that by 2 seconds. Then it's the number 7 outfit by 7 seconds, number 8 by 1 second, and then John Holden just creeping into the frame, we think, as the late arrivals turn up at Glen Helen. We're on board with Tony Baker, looking back at Mark Hegerty. Going round Ramsey hairpin, go back on board for a Mark Hegerty eye view of the TT course coming into Ramsey. This is Mark Hegerty throwing himself from side to side, preparing for Schoolhouse Corner. There it was, almost 24 miles of this opening lap completed. Molly's now 22 seconds ahead of Nicky Crowe and Darren Hope. So he was 8 seconds ahead of Steve Norbury and Andy Smith. He's 22 seconds in front of Crowe and Hope and Andy Smith. We're on board now again with Baker and Hegerty coming out of Kirkmichael in 8th place at Glen Helen 5 miles ago. Ben Dixon, Mark Lambert out of Bray Hill, 8th place. They're behind Roy Hanks and in front of this man, Tony Baker. We're on board again with him. That's Mark Hegerty looking straight down the barrel of the camera. They're in 9th place at the end of lap 2. This is the end of lap 2, round the nook and then through this little tiny section, the only part of the TT course that isn't public roads. It's closed the rest of the year. On board again with Baker and Hegerty, 8th place still they were at Glen Helen, so it's been a very steady afternoon for them.